Hello! Welcome to Jade Kingdom Gaming presents The Observatory. My name is Adam. Here with the high number 44th probably session of the New Divines, Dungeons and Dragons, 5th edition campaign. We have Eric as Stan, Bob as the Old Man, David as Terry, Ryan as Billy, and Austin as Rolfur. Last time y'all did a bunch of stuff. Worked on some roads, headed to the river, proselytized, met your potential future daughter-in-law, slung squat, dug up your own grave. All in less than a day. We are now to that evening. So, Stan, you were zooming away, flying away with the loot you got from your own grave. Finally having recovered your own possessions. Probably just head off someplace to...
Has the group gone for breakfast yet, or...?
This is still, like, night.
Yeah, that's the wrong campaign.
Like, we're barely into the day yet.
No, this is evening.
Like, we're barely into the evening yet.
Okay, then have you all met for dinner, or... Like, I just asked the group what they're up to then.
Okay, so you check in with them. Old man, you just about got to the city. You and Alice are currently having tea and biscuits. Choosing, funny, little cakey biscuits with like little illustrations of, caterpillars or things on them. Just, whatever. Weird things. I like the confused look that you as suggesting you don't get the reference.
Oh no, it's
no, from David.
Bizarre. Yeah,
oh.
I do, and it's bizarre.
It's not bizarre. It's a character concept.
Where did you get the biscuits?
It's from a very time-conscious individual.
I mean, whoever it is probably smokes and got a leg up on the world.
Yeah.
So yes, Alice and the old man are rapidly changing sizes.
It wasn't me this time.
Nope.
Just saying, if we start rapidly changing sizes, that guy is one of mine. I'm going to recruit him heavily.
Can you really recruit somebody that's already yours?
You're going to recruit.
Of course.
You're going to recruit the biscuit.
Speaking of biscuits, the rest of us still have our evening.
Yeah, Terry, you're probably heading back from, shoring up the road, immediately reading out of the city. No, you're not?
Nope.
What are you doing?
Has Sora called for me at all?
No.
I have... You know what? I go and pull out one of my thermoses that has my amber fluid in it. Sip it up, and
Keep going.
go ahead and set up. I go ahead and set up shop for a little bit. I do want to do a little bit of work.
Okay.
Someone important to me asked for some tree tokens.
Okay, so you work on some magical items for the evening. Okay.
It only takes me 1 hour because I have 1 hour. I think fabrications. Is it 1 minute or 10 minutes? Either way, it's either 6 minutes or an hour. And that's what I'm doing.
So you're doing that. Billy's still proselytizing through the evening a bit.
Okay.
Unless you want to change.
No, that's fine.
Okay. And Rolfur.
Yes.
I first need a luck check.
Oh, joy. $13.
13. How long are you willing to just kind of flow through the current here?
Well, I don't until I need to eat or sleep. So, hours to days.
Okay. So, it probably... Yeah, with a 13, we're going to have to get back to you with tomorrow's notes, so we will end our day.
Yeah, because the goal would be to go against the current and try to find the source.
If you're ending the day, I want to do something.
He said something that may have changed things against the luck roll that he made, as far as which direction is the current going. So make a swing, I guess, would be athletics?
Oh, athletics is still there, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I'm trained in athletics.
You have a swim speed.
22. And no, I don't.
You're not using the manta ray?
I don't have one.
I made you one. Cloak of the manta ray. I made you one.
Yeah, he tossed out a lot of them, dude.
Well, I know we talked about it, but I don't remember it ever actually getting to me.
No, I made you one a long while ago. Several sessions.
Rolfur, is it on your sheet?
It is not on my sheet.
Terry, while you're making his tree tokens, sitting there with his flight whistle, you notice his Cloak of the Manta Ray is still with you.
Yeah, I don't remember ever actually getting it because I never added it to my sheet.
So you still just have a pile of things for him.
I demand a luck check to have given it to him.
Demands.
You demand it. Roll it. What'd you get?
Hate world.
What?
Well, I have advantage in luck checks. And I get +4. So both of those rolls come out to 12.
You still have it. Fortunately, because if you'd given it to him, he'd managed to have lost it. So it's not gone forever. You still have it. You know you gave it to him, but like you gave it to him like maybe at like the party or something, and you set it down in front of him, and then he was gone, so you picked it back up to give it back to him later. So
Does Terry have any inclination that he would not be on the material plane at this moment?
no, I believe he deliberately didn't tell anyone that he was leaving.
That sounds an awful lot like something that can wait till the morning then.
Yep. You're making his stuff. You'll tell him when you have all this stuff finished, yeah. So, you said 22 for your athletics? So, it's going to be well into the evening, but going the other direction from the stream, you see something that catches your... It looked like maybe it was sort of the form that the souls take, but definitely different. Almost like a flash of electricity off to your left, a significant distance.
Oh, well, let's go investigate that.
Okay. So you start heading that way. Billy, what were you doing before finishing up the evening?
I'm going to permanent seek glibness on myself.
Okay. That's the charisma thingy?
Yep.
Okay. Aren't you a charmer?
Haha.
Does that make you better than the old man?
I think he's got higher charisma than I do.
Well, for sure, I'm sure, but...
So, I don't think so.
I get a +20. My minimum roll is a 35.
I get a +19, so yeah, you're one up above me.
Otherwise, just when do you just head back to the stateroom?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
do that.
You're still welcomed into your room. You do notice at this point that half of the guests have probably vacated at this point. You know, it's starting to clear out for many of the nobles over the course of the day.
Okay.
Stan, what do you do over the evening?
Alright, so I got back to my followers, so I take the time to, they pray to me, ask them their names, get the location, and then
You get back to trying
do the
to...
prayers, and then
Yeah.
I give them, they can't die.
Okay. So, again, I don't... remember the
Immediately hit.
details on that ability. So that ability allows you to target anyone, anywhere. There wasn't like a.
Yeah, it was just like focus on a person and they can't die. Then it's a concentration. I assumed that.
The specifics were not discussed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was it? But you said it was based on something.
Logically, between Deathless and Death Ward. Like Death Ward just keep.
Okay, I know Death Ward. What is Deathless from?
It's the barbarian move, I think. Or they can go below. It'd be the same concept.
It's like Deathless Rage, I think is the barbarian version of it.
Okay, so that was very much a self. I think.
But just like a continual, just won't fall off of you. So someone's keep hitting you. Like with the king there.
I don't even.
Regardless, he couldn't have died.
Yeah,
regardless
I don't
what
even know if it was necessarily defined
Yeah.
by a.
Yeah, there wasn't any definition of it. It was just you can't drop below 1.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, he got an ability that allowed him to prevent people from dying if he concentrated on them.
Okay. I don't like your infinite distance on setting that up.
You did.
So
Well, it's concentration. Once you set it,
Well, yeah, that I'm fine with.
Yeah. I just need to focus on you for a hot second, which that's why I made it 1 round.
So are you
I-
just
Might
are
be
you
on king.
adding a limitation to it, Adam?
You could.
I am requesting to, but I'm not demanding to.
Could be.
I figured it would be line of sight.
Yeah, that's what my assumption would have been.
Okay.
Eric, what this comes down to is that Adam would like it to be line of sight. He's requesting your permission to make it
Yeah.
line of sight. As a player,
If it ruins
might
your
be
character
wise
concept
to,
with it, then I'm not willing to force my hand here. But
it might be wise to
Let it be
acquiesce
open,
to the
but
DM.
As a player, I'll follow your rules.
Okay.
Like, let the rule just be open. I need someone to do it at a distance because we did it already with. I went to hospitals, and my first night was.
which
I
going
did
to
have it.
hospitals was literally
There's
you
people
went
that
there
were
to
there.
see them, and then your
Yes, but my
thing
point-
with the king, you were in the room with him. So I didn't question it on
Yeah.
either of those.
Then later, remember, I also overnight. The first time was people close to death praying for me to save them, just to keep them alive with the prayer. So I used it on them, and then turn it off once they were healed. But I was saying I was trying to get off. Then I just had the big brain idea of I can just leave this on, can't I? Hey, this is a good sales pitch. 'Cause, hey, I follow this god. I follow him. I'm not dying of old age yet.
I mean, to be fair,
you can still die following me.
it still seems like a great sales pitch because as you convert someone, you can immediately do it on them. Because if you're the one directly converting them, or you could have people make pilgrimages to like your sanctuary, and like you could hop in there every day and give it to people you see. Like I'm not against you abusing it. I'm just saying like something where you see it. Like if we were every day, you come out at your sanctuary and everyone that is in your temple gets it because you can see them.
All I'm hearing is that the DM is putting a line of sight
Yeah.
thing on it.
Your call if you want to.
It
or
is
not.
no longer a request.
So is it you or David talking here? I don't know anymore.
I am
I mean,
not
I'm not-
demanding it. I am requesting it still.
Adam, tell him to stop it. Or sorry,
No.
Eric, tell him to stop it.
If that
We'll
hurts
stop
your
you.
idea for the character, I'm not willing to press my point. Is the point.
Oh, then we'll stop it then.
Okay.
By that same token, if I want an ability that allowed it to when somebody casts a spell, if I concentrate on them, they don't use a spell slot when they do that, would that be available?
Probably.
Like I just want to be able to expand it if I see other people start abusing it or start messing out my people.
Well, then you just go there and you look at all your people and.
Oh yeah, okay. So it is limited to line of sight.
Yeah. It's... Get the teleport to followers thing, and then you just.
Make me do extra steps. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, you can hear him, right?
Yeah.
You,
That's what I
you
was
can
doing
hear him
before.
respond.
Can't see him.
That's how I did it that one time before. That's how I was keeping it in
Well,
continuity.
Yeah, but the teleport to you already have the prerequisite for teleport because you either need pinpoint or
He's just saying
respond.
get it later.
Yeah.
I can get it later, but keep me in continuity of what we're doing. actions are
Continuity
all
be
line of
damned.
sight for now.
So Terry's
You know what?
skinny.
I'll give you
Yep.
once per day to a prayer if you want to add an extra thing to it because I didn't notice it the first time you did it.
Way to nickel and dime. Good job, Eric.
Right. One long range per day and then line of sight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So essentially, as if you got an extra ability to extend it occasionally. Ending the day. Don't be bad. Everyone got 300 followers except the old man who got 200 followers.
I rolled bad, didn't I?
It was just a one or another. You're not gonna be close, and everyone else just happened to roll the good.
So weird.
Let's say
that
you
it's
rolled
just
the
like even
the average, and then they all rolled above average, because that's how average works.
Don't I get 201?
No, because I try not to leave those trailing non-zeros at the end. I'm working my way
But
to
it was
have...
really funny when I perfectly nailed the follower count to rank up. I think you're taking away the glory. The glory.
I just thought you were trying
None
to
of
keep
the
a spot.
follower
Are you
counts
not at
end in
a
a 1.
zero?
Yeah, I know, mine did. There was a while there where we were nickel and diming
Yeah.
followers, and I like perfectly nailed it to move to the next rank.
Yeah. Otherwise, late into the night, Rolfur, so you've swam kind of counter to the current.
Yep.
And the current shifts directions. You have entered a new stream. Because these rivers
Intertwining.
are essentially they work as of a, say, ocean current, where it is a circle and it is next to a circle going the other way.
You cross the streams?
Yeah, and so you've crossed over into another one, and you do start to see more souls here. You have, whereas staying in the spot you were before when you were there, the stream kept people flowing through, and so you got many of them. Now entering into a new stream, there are more souls. Here, you see something maybe you saw once or twice, but not long enough to get details of it. But here, there's not a huge number, but a fair number more of these souls, these beings that, of one of the defining characteristics that you see of them visually, is the occasional light up of, like, lightning, like, crossing across their body.
Well, neato.
And that was what caught your eye from a distance.
Is it an astral dreadnought?
No.
Can you tell where I am in campaign 2?
Happy Fun Ball?
And a happy fun ball.
Do you interact with any of these souls here?
Worship me, get out of the room. Worship me, get out of the room.
Well, we're in water. Talking to them is going to be kind of hard.
It's the same as you've interacted with all of them before.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. It's water, but not lower water.
Yeah, no, it's death water.
It's death water. It's got different rules.
Yes,
Everything
distinctly so.
hurts.
Then yeah, we just start grabbing people. Worship me. Tell the secretary you're new.
Worship me to get out of this place.
I am the god of the grave. I have come to free you from this torment.
Blood, blood, motherfucker.
Come on!
Any of you guys want to see a dead alien?
So, you'll begin that work here. Some of the general, just immediate appearance of these electric striking figures are almost like some metallic elements to their body.
What, they're like robot people?
Like robot people, yeah.
Like Warforges? Oh, those guys are mostly wood.
Warforged go to heaven.
Well, whatever.
Were you
Well,
involved at all in discussing things back when you met the Grey Tusk tribe and learned about all the other places?
the what?
No.
In the uncontrolled desert area. I feel like one of you.
Yeah. You told us about that.
I'm pretty sure Rolfur was back copying stuff from the archives.
So Rolfur was not aware of the details of them. Okay.
He was hive-minded about it, though.
Was he?
If I was there, I'd probably mention it. Like, hey, there's Warforged about.
I could go back and look, but
I'm not sure in-game, yeah. Maybe
Okay.
I didn't say it out loud.
So you guys can worry about that unusualness perhaps later. Otherwise, yeah. So you continue to spend time. Definitely seems like this is a somewhat less populous stream than the one that you had been in. But also, to some extent, I mean, you see like them and some other people, like peoples of the like that are unfamiliar to you.
Well, I've kind of already keened on to the idea that the streams are apparently geographically centered.
Yes. Yes, you do. Almost
Back on the up.
like they're pulled into a spot equivalent to where they died.
Well, does this mean we can use this sort of like the Nether and traverse the overworld really fast by going through the right streams?
You don't feel like it's all that much fast. It's slower than teleporting for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You can take the lazy river there?
The
Well, I
painful lazy
grab
river.
a few of them, and if I find one who's, I try to look for one who's kind of less crazy and more amenable, and try to ask them to, like, don't make a choice, hang around, I'd like to talk to you in depth.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
Not expertised. 16.
Okay. We'll see what they do.
Nice.
Otherwise, you work about with that.
And,
And the rest of your mornings start to arrive.
I head back to stay with my wife. Make her breakfast. The usual.
yes, Rolfur was there during the talks with the Grey Tusk tribe because he recorded their oral traditions of the dead.
Okay. Well, then I can give you at least the little sentence that of the people there, because one of the things they talked about was the other tribes that they interacted with. One of which were the Men of Iron, which was from description like a robot race of people, who, because the fact that I have this note here felt like you had to have been there. Because the idea behind them is that the souls of old were kept within.
I remember the talks of the Men of Iron.
Yeah.
Rolfur attempted to use his power to summon up the spirits of somebody who went and joined them, and they did not come.
Because they weren't dead.
Right.
Yeah. The idea that in a general sense, they hold a soul instead of it dying and going on, they use that soul to then live on through one of these. So these are souls of that have moved on.
Terminators can die, it sounds like.
Yeah. But you spend your time and you working. For the rest of you, cockle-doodle-doo. Terry, making, whatever, lizard biscuits or something. I don't know.
Biscuits.
It's a lovely delicacy. Have you never had it?
Good to know that that's a delicacy in my home.
No, remember, she doesn't come from your home.
Yeah.
She's used to them
Well,
foreign foods.
I'm not making foreign foods. I'm making Jadish recipes.
Well, she's a little disappointed, but she's fine. She She talks a bit about the old lizard biscuits from back home, but
I make way more than needed, specifically enough for the rest of the group, and am more than happy to spend the morning talking to her about her regional cuisine, which she's not brought up yet. We have talked very little about it, and I have not cried.
yeah, no, sure. Thematically, a lot more indigenous kind of culture, with a lot more hunting, gathering, less like livestock based things. So, as far as just the meats that are utilized in their cuisines.
So are we talking like Native American? Are we talking like Aborigine or Kiwi? What are we talking?
We're talking about the Dragonborn race. You know,
Sorry, when you said native, I just wasn't sure because there's a few different varying.
Yeah. But as in a society not developed to the point of having
Savages.
barely even human.
Like
It's the kind of lyrics that can win awards.
so just like tribal.
Yeah, tribal. But yeah. But they have biscuits. So.
Made from real lizards.
Otherwise, Billy, what do you do with the morning?
Wake up. Anything important going on over the mine link? That's what I asked.
Breakfast is ready in the Jade Kingdom if you would like to come.
That's very convenient, I'm sure you're aware. It's actually not all that inconvenient for Billy, no. You can hop into your realm, out into your home, and through the portal that leads...
Yeah.
We're learning about native dragonborn foods today. Mind like I say.
Well, how successful do I feel I've been here in Silver Spire?
You got an extra... You rolled the same as the old man on your determining numbers thing, but you got a bonus because you spent your day proselytizing, so...
Okay.
Equivalently, an extra 100.
Okay. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll hop into my realm in order to go over to Dalport to head towards the Jade Country.
Okay.
I can get by Pegasus to go a little bit faster.
Fresh okonomiyaki for everybody.
Okay, well, if you're going, anyone else need help going?
Yeah, I asked before I leave if anybody wants to come with me.
If,
Who was here? Like, who's staying behind if I join you? Like, if all three of us go, who's still in town?
Well, Rolfur, you're still in the
Is he
river,
around,
right?
or is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how he's getting back or how he's coming out.
Yeah.
Or can he hear us?
So yeah, no, Rolfur can't hear us right now unless you pray to him.
And Terry will say over the link to Rolfur, who doesn't get the notice. I still have. I was working on those tokens you asked for. I still have those that cloak too.
So this would basically be to Stan, Old Man, or Alice if they want to come with me.
Rolfur?
Telepathic bond, right? Can't send across planes.
That's right.
Does anybody know where Rolfur is?
You'd have to use prayers.
Yeah, you'd have to pray to him.
This is over the telepathic bond.
He was in his stateroom yesterday morning.
He's not responding.
Does anybody know what he's been up to lately?
Dear Rolfur,
Did you like my camera? Did he
are
die
you
again?
well?
Yeah, you're frozen.
Yeah, I died. I'll be right back.
Praying, dear Rolfur, are you well?
Rolfur, you're now getting a prayer.
Yes, I have. I took the ability to talk back to my followers.
This is not a follower.
To respond to prayers.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And to know who's praying, I got all that good shit. I didn't take the teleport to them option. Would teleport work across planes?
Probably not.
I would
Or-
argue. I would argue with the divine, so yes.
I don't know. I feel like that it probably shouldn't work.
It's a divine ability, though. I feel like it should.
If you reward it not to teleport to followers, but to go to followers, does it work then?
Chain shift to followers. Gate self to followers.
Probably not. Probably if you were from your own realm, you probably wouldn't have to hassle with the I leave my realm then go. Like, it probably would work from there.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense to me. The River of the Dead is geographically locked. So, I'm working on a new plan to logistically go after these new rivers. Just by the way. But I found some guys, so I'm about ready to go back to my realm and try to talk with them and figure out more about like where they're at, and so that can maybe help me figure out the geography of the realm of the dead.
You know, even finding out where they're from, like, it would be, if you left and came back to another random spot, it would be hard to figure out where is which, just from the lack of...
Well, the idea is that I've made one jump. So is that one jump somewhere close by geographically, or is it like really far away geographically?
Okay, yeah.
Harry's gonna go over the telepathy link and go, Rolfur's in the plane of, like, in the river, I think willingly, and figuring out how geography works in the river. Again, I wasn't sure how he was doing. He didn't actually answer if he was well, but he sounded like he had a plan.
Stan, does that trigger that you need to do something?
Yeah, you want to call him back and ask him if he needs a resurrection somewhere? Can I get coordinates?
Well, you pray to
I can
him.
find him in a bathtub? What do I need to do here? Be good?
To stay and pray to Rolfur.
No, Stan is asking you to pray to Rolfur.
You fucks.
To be fair,
you do
that has been a common thing since you guys learned that was a way to communicate with each other. Is everyone like, no, that's a weird way to do it. I don't want to do that. And then you're just being like, I'm fine to do that.
Dear Rolfur. Wait, are you well? Do you need assistance getting out of the river? Stan is concerned.
I'm fine. I had Nim physically transfer me over, so there's no body.
Alright, cool.
Terry's not gonna go over the details there, cause there's concern.
There's
Terry's
no
just gonna
body.
say, yeah, Terry's just gonna say, no, he's got a plan.
You're not
Right.
wrong.
It's like mentioning Nim and no body really worries Rolfur, or really worries Terry. But Terry trusts Rolfur, so Terry's gonna wait this one out.
You really could have just told me and it would really be nothing matter to me. They'd be like, alright, you got vaporized. Oh well. I'll come back in a week or so. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, If Terry learned the Nim vaporized Rolfur, Terry would be on the warpath.
That bitch.
Hey, if only old man knew that's how to get both sides complicit in this war.
Bob's over there wide-eyed.
It was the old man. He did it.
Old man, you know you're muted, right? You have been the entire game.
I just didn't have much to say.
Okay. Just been mouthing nothingness a couple times?
Nothing I said was helpful or useful.
Sweet nothings.
We're used to it.
Where are you wanting to go with us?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
That's true. I definitely would require help.
Then yep, just
Yep.
meet up with me. I'm at my stateroom, and I can just take everybody to Dollport.
Alice, with her little backpack, comes out and she's going down the room to meet. Stan, do you join as well?
Yep.
Okay. So we're getting everyone but Rolfur together now. Okay.
Without saying it, everyone has my gaze. Whatever it's called. Life grabber thing. We gotta figure out a name for it.
Just randomly stab him.
Why? The never end.
You don't know how to turn it off?
Yeah, no, I know.
I let Sora, as quickly as possible, know that we may be having guests.
Your friends?
Maybe.
Relatively.
No need to like do anything. Just be aware.
No. With the idea that they're coming into the house, she's like, your friends? And she's like...
No,
It's like,
our fellow gods.
can't wait to see Jack
Jake.
again.
Can't wait to see who, what?
Jack again.
Dak?
Jack.
Oh, you know what? Terry has no reason to believe that Dak is or is not there. So Terry's just gonna shrug and like, we'll see.
Maybe.
You may check if he's with them.
I'd wager he's not. You seem to bring the same group of friends all the time.
They're fellow gods, part of a pantheon. However, puts down, I don't know.
She gets close to you and kind of, grabs your arms to pull you right up against her. We're fellow gods, but I feel like our relationship beyond that is more meaningful. And so that is the first one that, when talking to you, I would think of.
Harry turns this into this whole wager thing into an encounter.
Roll for initiative.
Huh?
So, take that as you will. I don't know if we'll be done by the time they get here.
What's her CR?
Oh, that kind of encounter. I'm sorry. I'm just so innocent.
Yeah, he's not over there making jump checks.
No, he's not.
So,
Bob has done horrible things.
ding dong.
That wasn't me. That was Nick.
That was Nick.
That does not change the fact.
Let's not change
Alright.
the subject.
I do want to broach another subject with her at some point, but now might not be the time.
Okay. But, it probably takes them a little while to get there because, Stan
Reasons.
probably wasn't even at the palace. He was out with people in the streets still, and so he
Talking about that monster who murdered a dog.
at some
You
point
don't.
during that morning, you do end up noticing some prayers that are relevant to the desecration of your grave.
Oh no. Who would do such a thing? Bam. Hoodlums. I tell you. Hoodlums.
Can you
Damn
bluff
kids.
check over your prayers?
Well, if you do, you get advantage on it.
Wow.
I'm gonna throw a deception in there.
Oh. And while I'm by in Dalport, I'll stop by Chuck and just see how he's doing, and also tell him that I don't think there's been a date decided for it yet, but we'll have a Memorial Day to celebrate Rolfur at some point.
I noticed that
Cody,
Rolfur doesn't have to
deception?
give you a couple thousand gold to help finance his celebration.
I'm sorry, did you not want all those followers you have? You want to
You're
give
not
those
there
back?
to hear me bitch.
You want to give those back? You want me to just wall off your section in my little area?
So if it's day 156, so what, if we restart the counting every, 364, 365, however many days, you want to, whatever, depending on what year it is, I suppose. Every 4 years we might change it to one or the other.
Today is 157.
Yeah. But day 156 would have been the day that he gave you all the numbers, if that's what your Memorial Day is for.
Oh.
I'll take it.
Oh yeah, so what day was it that we got the big boost in numbers from Rolfur?
156.
156.
It was early in the morning, the day that all of last session was. Nice.
That'd be great. That's how Austin gets all his followers. Okay, you have to sit in my realm for a year up until this date, and that's the surge. Every year he just lets it loose. Then he can go to your respective locations. Until then, no. You get to sit in the river with a pamphlet.
Figure it out.
Your choice. Those of you that die like right before, you better cram. There will be a test.
You test. If you fail, you stay here.
You could try again in another year.
I'm sorry, you don't qualify for the realm of the Lord of Lies. You don't know enough of his secrets.
What the?
If you
Why
fail
do
the test,
you
you
keep
go
calling
to.
me things? Stop
If
making
you
up
fail the
titles.
test, you go to Nim.
Ah, what? You're the Lord of Lies, the false face, the knife in the dark.
Yeah, none of those. None of those are my titles.
Hey man,
On top of which,
it's
you
my
haven't
crime.
caught me doing anything.
Okay,
I
all
know.
I'm hearing is that the tablets in everybody's corners have little addendums scratched into them in chicken scratch.
Little asterisks.
Like, I'm assuming you have excellent handwriting. However, your ability to tap into stone might be lacking.
Sticky notes. Nothing but sticky notes.
I'm just saying that none of you know any of that. So
You just have a pedestal in everybody's place, just a store-bought pedestal that has an addendum of paper on it.
Lo and behold, these extra works.
Anyways.
Gosh, what was that called?
So, yeah, the party minus Rolfur all gets to
Jade Country.
Jade Country.
Yeah.
See if Rolfur can do a
Kosh
lazy
Kosh.
river over your place.
So,
After arriving in Kashkat, I immediately break off to go into the direction of one of these small towns that were allowed to proselytize in.
Yeah, rolls Ryan.
I wrap up some breakfast first
Okay.
for them.
you're not there.
Oh, you don't head into No, you come out in the temple.
Yeah.
Technically, they can come out into the garden as the alternate. Well, no, because that would be if they go through trees. If they're going through...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but we didn't know if you were still
No, his
sporting.
permanent gateway isn't in the temple.
No, it's somewhere where there's infrastructure.
Like it's in an actual building that's in like an actual has several altars in it.
Well,
So yeah, it is absolutely your choice whether or not you want to visit Terry.
I will tell you that that's my plan for the day, and if you're like, could you come get some breakfast first, and I'll
I'm not gonna ask you to get breakfast. I will let you know that I have made a delicious homemade hot breakfast for you.
Okay.
A foreign
He
food.
does-
He said he's trying some foreign recipes. Like he told, like that was like the invitation to come to the Jade Country was I'm trying out some foreign recipes.
Oh, okay.
Bitch, I'm not gonna beg you to eat my breakfast. I'm a world-renowned cook and a god. You should thank me. Have some
You should
breakfast.
watch out for his vengeance.
I love how slightly off sync things between your audio and your video are.
Uh-oh.
It's yeah.
But after that, I will leave.
I'll roll with Ryan out to the country though.
Okay.
You'll find the roads are much nicer than last time.
Not gonna use them, but yep.
Oh, are you guys flying?
Yep.
Do you both have flying?
I can carry them.
Yeah.
But
I have my flying broom. There just has an invisible broom behind him, or the broom with columns behind him.
Alright.
I made this whistle for Rolfur, but couldn't use it, so.
Is it attunement?
What is it?
It allows you to fly at your base movement speed, as long as you can hold your breath. So basically, for Constitution number of rounds, as long as you blow into the whistle, you have a fly speed equal to your movement speed.
Unless you're an air genasi, who are not required to breathe.
I don't know. Is the distance too long that it would be more expedient to just teleport? Would it be like days travel to small towns?
To any that would be considered a town, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of fly over and spot little villages of, 15 or 20 people.
Oh, sure. We can stop in there and then teleport to one of the larger
Yeah,
towns.
Okay. So it's Billy and Stan heading off to do that. Old man staying with Terry?
I mean,
I become visible though when we
You get to
get
get breakfast.
yeah, I mean, I eat breakfast.
Okay, as does Alice.
So,
Oh, did
Alice,
Alice want to
old
come?
man,
Or did she want to stay in the capital?
She's trying to figure out what everyone else's decisions are before she makes it.
yeah, I mean, like, I've just been making time here, doing things, trying to get the nobles established as much as we can on our side. But if we have things that can be done,
I don't know. Does the old man have anything that he needs to do while he's in the capital of the Jade Country?
Yeah, there's a few things I need to do.
like what?
I don't say that to you.
What are
I-
your plans today? I asked both Alice and the old man.
I thank you for trouble and say, I think I'm going to go find what trouble I can get in. Thank you for breakfast. I think I'm going to go find out what kind of trouble I can get into.
Can you please not hear?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm not sure I trust him.
Who says that?
Alice. When he says absolutely in his sarcastic tone, she leans into you and loudly where he could hear say, I'm not sure I trust him. He said it in a deliberately sarcastic tone.
No, it's super truthful. I totally could. Yes, absolutely. I totally could. As I walk out.
Why don't we go and find? Terry's following him as best he can. He says, "Why don't we go and find another wild magic zone?"
I mean, sure. Go ahead and look that up.
Where were my old notes on those?
I mean, I know where some are. We could just go right now.
I mean, we'd have to get everyone together. Otherwise,
No,
it's not
we
a really
could go
fun adventure.
Literally right now.
I think we should get everyone together first. How about this? Tomorrow morning, we go and do that.
I think we should we could go right now and just let them know. I'm sure that I'm sure that Billy Bonka could teleport out to catch up with us. No problem.
Well, the thing is, banish, run away.
The thing is, I was so tempted to banish you two.
God fight.
You go back to your home plane.
The thing is, if he goes back to his home plane, he's not near me. He's not near my country anymore.
I think
Yeah,
he can
I'm
sneak
just,
away from you if he wants.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I continue leaving.
Are you sneaking?
I mean, I'm clearly visible.
I'm gonna follow and be like, no. Like what? Why shouldn't we go and see another weird area? Maybe I'll find a new familiar rather than Crystal. Crystal's great, but who knows? Maybe there's something bizarre.
So as soon as
Crystal
I
gives
walk
you,
around a corner,
gives you like a dirty look.
Right?
as soon as I walk around the corner, I go invisible, and my duplicity keeps walking.
How long does that last?
What?
The duplicity?
It's a distance thing.
So how long do I end up following your duplicate?
Oh, for about 30 seconds.
Hold on, David. Did you ever get true seeing from Ryan? Permanency?
No,
Oh,
I don't think so. Let me double check. I don't think I did.
I did. I got it.
I don't have it on mine. Oh, yep, never mind.
It's like, you should.
Yeah, I was looking at something else. Okay, so
Does my duplicate get the benefit of my divine abilities?
No, it's just an illusion.
Because I'm immune to true seeing.
So really all I'm hearing is that I see immediately when the illusion pops up, but I still lose him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm still invisible.
Yeah.
You can't.
And you start to question, how long have I been?
Like,
that's an illusion.
So really, it's not 30 seconds. It's like 6 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it. As the illusion just walks away. I go ahead and open the door to my afterlife, bring an angel out, and ask them, I need you to stake out the Bundo's family estate. If something bizarre starts happening at the Bundo's family estate, please come and get me.
David, this is your opportunity to give them that backhanded gift.
Huh?
I'm so sorry that the gods have been messing with you. Here is the gift for you. You can keep one of my angels to guard your estate. I will just have my representative here at your estate at all times, to help you.
Well, marking that angel off, because that's brilliant.
You said you were trying to think of a way to do that. I mean...
Yep.
I mean, the military family definitely needs extra protection.
I am marking
The
that
angel
off.
of the opposing family just stationed there, watching.
Gotta make sure you're safe.
We now have an angel permanently posted at the Bundo estate.
Okay.
He is to be addressed as part of the Bundo family. He is to be dressed and to be considered by all outside parties as a an honored member of the Bundos. So, yeah. Respect as appropriate. And his job is not to like stop people. It's to let me know if something happens. He's to listen to them. But if something happens, let me know. Awesome.
So yeah, I wander through and find the representative of my country's spy network and start spinning up the whole warmongering thing.
Okay.
You bitch.
Easiest way to do that is there is a small hole-in-the-wall operational branch for a little bank there.
Oh yes, I remember setting that up.
It's not a big bank by any means, but they assure you that they have lots of money flowing through. You. And so
yeah,
Lots of incredulous people being like, "Wait, if I give you my money, you'll give me more in a year?" Yeah.
totally how that works. So yeah, I get them their marching orders that we are to start supporting the gears of war and spreading dissatisfaction at this terrible insult to the Emperor and Empress that they would be banned from my country for only trying to uphold the honor of a beloved comrade and fellow god, Stan the Healing Man.
The thing is, I haven't spread this rumor yet.
I know.
Oh, no, I am. Don't worry, I'm doing a great job, I promise. A super duper promise.
You're messing with my plans, Bob.
You know what else you did? You came in and you called them to a meeting that was early enough that it seemed to worry them. Like, why are we being called for earlier morning meeting? And then, casually had a nice time and just let them know, be prepared for something that might happen. That turns out, do you give details of dates or times with that rumor?
Oh, absolutely.
Because that turns out to literally be the evening before you called that meeting. It's really easy for them to put things together.
Ruining my plans, Bob.
That's okay. The banks can make a lot of money, and they help finance our school. So, really, this is a win-win.
Who said I was financing schools?
You're not. I am. Through the bank.
But that school teaches about your religion.
So, honestly, we're all helping. But hey, the Bondo estate, where I was never going, is totally protected.
Yeah.
Your character is only ever as smart as you are.
Is that against me or yourself?
Against himself.
Sometimes I pay agents of order, but I have way more fun playing chaos.
I know. So, you do that. Rolfur, how long do you spend, gathering?
Just, until I think I've got at least one or two people who will stick around.
Okay, so you're not, trying to, pull this entire...
No.
Okay, yeah. Okay, then yeah. So, at this point, you open the door back to your realm?
Yep.
Okay.
Go back to my realm and we have a chat with these folks.
Yeah.
Where are they from? How they died? Why are they made of lightning metal?
They are men of iron. Here. They died through battle. Make a persuasion check.
23.
Okay.
I've rolled a lot of 10s and slightly above 10s this session. Only had 3 4s last session.
And they admit that they died through battle, and that it seems that their efforts within it were not deemed honorable. That they remained where they were.
Oh, so they have to get gathered back up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were
by their people.
Yep, they were not allowed to keep going and maintain within the men, so their death remained.
Oh. Well, do they have an idea of where they were geographically? Does this line up with the desert people we met?
Yeah. It would have been probably northern part of that desert.
So yeah, that more or less confirms that the rivers are, at least with my very small sample size, that most likely the closeness of the rivers relates to closeness of the overall geography. Well, neato burrito, guys. Thanks for sticking around. Happy to get you out. I'll work on getting the rest of your compatriots out of the river. No matter your unworthy deeds in life, you do not deserve such disgrace and death. And then I point them to the old shrine there. And I'm like, this is the shrine to the pantheons of the gods. I am the god of the grave, but I am one of many. You may educate yourself on the nature of the new divines and choose your afterlife there, as I will allow you to leave mine. I cannot extend that guarantee that you will be permitted to change your mind a second time.
For the record, they're not allowed to change their mind in mine at all.
Yes, I am willing to let you make that choice. Other gods may or may not. I'm thinking of like, and you don't have to make it now. You can do as you wish.
Very well. And then, how do you move on from here?
That's a good point. Because you said the portals disappear from like our rooms, right? Like the portals don't last.
When you make the portal, it works as like the demi-plane spell, where it's temporary and goes away. But you can always open one in your stronghold. Where was your stronghold?
I don't have a stronghold.
Oh yeah.
I don't have one. So how do I get out? I mean, I could do a lot of work from this side of the pond.
Damn it, Austin.
But how do I get back? I suppose I don't know. Do I need to be there for me to have a stronghold?
To set things up, yeah. I believe so.
Oh, so I can't just have them buy me one?
Hold on, let me look at things.
Well, let's see.
You just want us to go pick up a neighborhood just to like east side? Like Great City seems
Well,
nice.
I mean, I have all these materials that I didn't use to make a hunting device for the plane shift to the river. Yeah. Can I use these materials from the material plane to make it
to remotely... You made it get back. You can still get into the river. You haven't waited so long as to not be able to return back there.
If you let me know that you need a stronghold, I would know exactly how I'm going to set up your stronghold. If I can make it for you.
Well, I mean, I'd need somebody to make me one, because I sure as crap can't.
I just bought mine. The builders are building mine.
Well, yeah, that would be the idea. It's just...
I could have it done in a day.
I use the Lord's greatest superpower, money.
And I know exactly what I would do.
I probably could have plotted my way into getting that.
Yeah, I guess if they involve like a sufficient number of your worshippers, that you can have them set up your stronghold remotely.
Alright, well, can I use my arcane materials to create a plane shift focus for the material plane regular style? I mean, I did buy all this stuff there.
Make a Arcana check with disadvantage, since you're not presently on the material. It's stuff from the material plane, so I'll give you a chance. But
well, I got a 5, so 21. Expertise.
You think you have it? You definitely have a fork attuned to somewhere. You think it's the material plane.
Don't have a lot of that.
Well, it can't be worse than where you're at.
Oh, you have little faith.
Words.
I mean, I've got, what, 2 spell slots? Yeah, 2? Because that's a 7. Well, I've got 2 other chances. I might as well try to make the one for the river now, before I start plane shifting around.
Okay, so you go into the river.
Yep.
Make a standard Arcana check.
Oh, that's true. I did prepare this for this purpose.
While you're in tormenting pain.
Whatever. 18. I rolled a 2.
You do not succeed, and you mess up the fork in doing so. But you know that it failed.
Well.
You have another try.
I thought about littering, but I'm like, why bother? I just stuff that in a pocket. Why litter? Don't be a jerk.
The first person to litter in the entire history of existence.
Just consider it and then not do it. So make another try.
Yep.
You could have let it go and see where it goes. See where your litter ends up. Litter bug.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Natural 20 for 36.
Oh yeah. That
Nice.
that is perfect. You are confident that will bring you back. You now have a fork to get to the River of Death.
That is karma for not littering. Well, round 1, I tried to go material plane.
So let's see. So that is what spell?
I don't know. Do you just end up on a random place, right?
Yeah, I think if you fail a charisma check, you go to a random plane.
Specify target destination in general terms.
Well, there's only a few planes you could go to, so...
So this is what, plane shift?
And if you have teleport circles, you can do that. Do I know? I've seen some teleport circles, right?
Yeah, you've been to the Wizard Tower one.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
Probably less than 30 days.
Do you have whatever teleport?
I have teleport, yes.
Okay, so you actually know this, or do you have teleport circle? Sorry.
I do not have teleport circle.
Then you do not know the sigil sequence of any teleportation circles, as knowing those is intrinsic within that spell that uses those.
Hey, there's an offensive use for plane shift?
Yeah.
Go away. It's like banish.
It's a melee-only banish?
So, what do you describe for your general target?
Oh, no, it's a specific one. I mean, shoot. I'm ballparking anyway. I try to go back to my hometown. Or do I need a bigger geographic sequence? Do I need a city?
It says like you could do like City of Brass and Elemental Plate. So like it could be like a town in that plane, yeah.
Your favorite chair when growing up.
Yeah, I'm going for a place that I know well.
The library.
The old family homestead. No, my family was a small village. We don't have a library. I learned that crap when I went off for training.
Like most people, his life calling wasn't until he was well into his second or third quarter of life.
Yeah, we'll see if I botched this or ended up somewhere else. Whoopsie. Just a little whoopsie.
Man,
I don't know.
worst case scenario, you're having fun.
I don't know. You might have an easier time plane shifting from your own realm, potentially.
Maybe?
I'm trying to figure out if I actually assigned where you were from.
You did not assign it. We only mentioned it as small village.
Okay.
I don't believe we ever actually said you pick a spot.
Okay. No. Okay, so alright, so you're choosing that, and in order to go, I need you to make a luck check.
Oh joy, I'm really good at those with my -1. 5.
5. So your I think this is material plane focused, doesn't quite match. It seems to be focused elsewhere.
But where?
You have coin. Khajiit has wares. You're an elsewhere.
Can't be as
Obviously.
bad as Terry putting us into a mountain there.
Bloody tigers attacking.
Let's see. What's another place that's cold and mountainous, but also on a different plane?
Elysium?
Welcome to Cania.
So you find yourself in what appears to be a small village. empty, dry. Looks like probably housed 80 or 90 people at one point. So you stand in the street. Saloon style kind of doors on a nearby building, but completely void of any life. You see off sort of to one side, it leads down to kind of a little outer pier area by some sort of lake, and over the lake and sort of to the coast on one side, you see just the terrible rumbling of a storm. The clouds only go so far, and it is light where you're at. Just ambient light from any direction. No shadow, just light. And looking up, you don't see a sun, or rather, you kind of do. You see what was maybe a sun, but it's just a hollow, lightless sphere in the air with a couple of what look like just sort of gray, dark gray, like coils sort of shaped in the middle of this sphere up in the sky. But not producing light. The light just sort of comes ambiently. And there is no one around.
Is he in the girls' domain?
There's wind coming sort of from the area of the storm, and occasionally it picks up on some of the drier dirt and dust in the city. And like you'll see some leaves, or even like, let's go with like a tumbleweed tumbles across. But nothing alive. It's
What a weird place.
It's like the material plane, but just off. Like maybe someone imagined it a little wrong.
I take 10 minutes. And I legend lore this place. I use the power of magic.
Legend lore.
A spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named.
Here.
So yeah, describe a person, place, or object.
Place, yeah.
I mean, this place has enough unique features that a description would stand.
Okay, legend lore. Now that I have the legend written, I can think what you get from it. Brings to mind brief summary, significant lore. Current tales, forgotten stories. Let's see here. Accurate, figurative. Okay. So you are in Terrestmont.
The what?
You are in Terrestmont. Afterlife of the goddess Ashley, goddess of light and the tempest.
I'm in one of somebody else's divine realm?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ashley, the light and what?
Light and the tempest. Of the sun and storms. Of light and shadow.
See if you can steal our worshippers.
There are no worshippers.
Land in
It's empty.
the old god area.
Well,
Whoever was here has left.
I try to, I understand how demi-planes sort of work. So, just on the off chance so I know what it is, I'm going to use fly, I'm going to go up, and I'm going to see if she just happens to have a small demi-plane.
Hers is essentially like the 3 mile.
Okay, so it's not huge.
No.
Yeah, it's basically like, is this, planet sized?
No.
Then yeah, I'm going to use my fly. I've got, let's see, how long fly lasts? Fly's 10 minutes, so not very long. But I've got 5 charges of that baby in my magic item. So I'm going to try. It gives me almost an hour to try to like fly around and just see if there's anything here. Look for, or is this like the only village here?
It's the largest village here. There are a couple little gatherings that have been set aside in a little forested area. Some like huts. Then there's a number of, say, beach houses being buffeted by the storm, that are like set up on stilts, as the rain and the weather come through.
And then I guess I just searched the first village with the biggest village and look for stuff.
Yeah. I mean, what
Maybe
what are you looking for?
like books, records. Jimmy was here.
You're robbing her. I'm so proud.
No, everyone here's dead. It's archaeology. It's not thievery.
It belongs in a museum.
This all belongs in a museum. My museum.
First the private collection, then auction to the regular museums.
Make a luck check for that as well. You're so good at those.
I mean, I'm trying.
Very.
I mean, I have to roll above a 10 on a luck check. There you go. Hey, 12.
12. You find, few names just from like above, say, like the tavern that people have set up, and such, but no literature, no reading material.
Just people leaving marks.
Yeah, whatever. Johnson's Saloon or whatever might be above.
Alright, so empty demi-plane, dead.
Well, the thing is also, you notice definitely like the effects of the plane mostly are going on. Like, you imagine that glass orb in the sky might have used to produce light, from that darkened coil.
Yeah. But yeah, all the power is gone because the demi-planes exist.
Storm
They're
rages
just
on.
there.
There's still wind. Like, it is dying. All of the inhabitants are gone, and it is still in the process of dying.
See if you can suck the power out of it.
I will eat your demi-plane.
That's a cool ability. Man, if I had been the god of death. Whew,
Well,
I would've
yeah.
been a blood god in full.
Well, I don't have any more materials. And I can only go to one other place beside this. So prayer works.
Yeah.
Send a prayer to our good friend, the Jade Emperor, the crafter of all things. And be like,
Help!
this is Rolfur, little whoopsie. Just, I don't actually have a way back out of my own realm because I don't possess a center of power. I've got lots of stuff to do over here, but if you could possibly get to, I'd suggest, since you've got sway in that realm, the Grave Tender inside your capital city is a cleric of mine. And I don't know, just get me something that I can warp out to. I guess I'll just keep working on the rivers here. Also, turns out the demiplanes for the old gods still exist, and you can reach them. But they're empty and all dead.
Here, Rolfur.
What?
You're able to get to the dead plains of the old gods, but not back to the material.
Technically, that first one to the dead god was an accident that I may or may not be able to replicate.
You have a tuning fork to it. You have a tuning fork to it.
The whoopsie.
No, you can write down
Roll
that you have a tuning fork for that plane. You created one to the wrong plane.
But I have it now.
Yeah.
I will get working on a place of worship for you post haste.
Alright, I'm just gonna be in the River of the Dead doing my thing then.
Okay, you keep recruiting. You can't go.
Yeah, well, I kind of stuck myself, but I still got a job to do, so, you know.
Telepathy and everybody else. So, I don't know if anybody had a bet going on this or not, but Rolfur didn't have a plan.
I had a plan.
Your telepathy doesn't let Nim know, right?
No.
No.
Then Nim doesn't know they won the bet. Because Nim was very willing to just do it. It's because Nim's like, you're an idiot, aren't you?
So what happened to Rolfur?
I'm not confident, but he is either stuck. He's stuck at a point going back and forth between the River of Souls and a dead god's, one of the old gods' afterlives.
Okay.
He's not able to make it back directly. I am going to, unless you all have a better idea, start work on a place of power for him to come back to.
Is it something that his followers should be building for him?
He gave me an idea of who I should look out to start getting ideas from. So one of it, he apparently has a cleric that is here in my capital. I'm going to seek him out first.
Okay. Well, if you're going to scoop that cleric up in order to figure out what they want to do as far as setting up Rolfur an establishment, go to Dalport and have him talk with King Hirsch. He's also one of Rolfur's followers.
Good idea. Okay. Because Dalport's your place of power, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
But King Hirsch.
I'll keep that in mind.
King Hirsch would.
Did
be
you want
willing, I'm sure.
Did you want to be with me while I went there?
Hold on. Did he tell you how he got into there, first of all?
No.
Well, find out that, and then couldn't we just, like, get someone else in there, and then, they do the same thing, and then just portal their door if they have a gate?
I didn't think about that. Dear Rolfur.
Because I have the ability to answer.
The thought has occurred to
Me too, I just want to fade at you.
stay the healing man. How did you get there? And can it be replicated?
Nim has the ability to send herself or others into the River of the Dead. It's an actual transit, not a death or resurrection feature. Hence why I was able to bring materials to make tuning forks.
Dear Rolfur. Did you work anything out with Nim as far as a way out? Do you think that Nim would even be able to find you?
I mean, unlikely, but I don't consider it a major issue. I'm just going to be doing the work I was going to be doing anyway.
Over the telepathic link,
I repeat that conversation to the group.
Does Rolfur have access to the River of the Dead?
Yes.
I was asking Terry.
Yeah, I mean, I repeat the conversation to the group, so
okay.
yeah, he's there right now.
Yeah, he's in it.
Can we open a portal to our demiplanes while we're in the River of the Dead after having killed.
It's literally what I asked earlier.
Yeah, can we do that?
If you're there bodily.
Oh,
So we need to get them to get us in there, and then someone who has a realm open, i.e., one of you three.
So I'm gonna go and grab. So I'm gonna go grab that. So we got 2 plans going. We're gonna go grab that cleric, and then I'm gonna go to Dalport with that cleric, and we're gonna talk to the King Hirsch to see about getting a place set up. Although I don't, just to see what King Hirsch has to say.
Mm-hmm.
If one of you deals with Nim, that'd be great. But I'm not gonna rely on Nim. Nim seems to be a wild card. Really, I mean, honestly, working with Nim seems to be like a death wish. Heck, I'd be willing to start like a betting on if working with Nim gets you killed. A Deadpool, if you will.
Wouldn't that be a death pool? You sound like an idiot.
The whirlpool.
Yep, that is my entire contribution to this panic that's happening.
It's poo-pooing on David's
Just the
throat.
old man being useless.
Out of curiosity, old man, do you have a way to get him in and out of get him out of the River of the Dead?
I mean, in is easy. Can't really do out. Besides,
Okay.
I'm very busy right now.
My pull-out game usually requires a body to be on this realm.
Just out of game, Terry had to make the point, asking if the old man already had a way in and out of the River of the Dead, because Terry would absolutely 100% believe if you had told him you've already had a way in and out.
Yeah, but there's a lot of lies that you can easily get caught in, and this seems like one of them.
Okay.
So,
Well, Terry wouldn't have. But anyway, Sarah. Terry's gonna go and tell Sora emergency came up. God of Remembrance is in the River of the Dead, and we need to fix that.
I mean, you really don't. I'm fine. I literally told you it's fine. It's not a rush. I'm just doing the job I would have been doing anyway.
And say goodbye to my wife and head off to go and meet this Undertaker.
I like the idea that if no one helps you, you're just fine, because you just continue to recruit here, and then you just go to your afterlife like you would be afterwards anyways, and you just never go back to the material plane. You just...
I'm just here forever now. I mean, I was going to do some other stuff in between, but hey, if I'm just compelled to work harder, then I work harder.
I do
Don't be that
ask.
salesman inside the store.
I do ask Sora if she could work. I go and hand Sora off. I don't know. Gosh, I don't know how much that would cost. Let's see. I give her money and ask her if she could find somebody. If she could find get somebody to find a scroll of plane shift for me, I'd appreciate it. Ooh, 5,000 gold. Okay. So I go ahead and give her. Oh, that is all of my money.
You did get something set up for... Does she know about the Billy's teleports?
Yeah.
And you have one that goes from this place to Dalport, and then from Dalport to
The
Great City where the Mage's Tower. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, if she's aware of that, then she's like, yeah, I can do that. Because
Okay.
that's the only place to get
I
that.
have a question. Terry has kept most of his money in objects, rather than loose change.
Okay.
Would handing off to her a golden jewelry box worth 7,500 gold, asking her to sell it off trade it for that scroll, which should only be worth 5,000. Would handing her a gold jewelry box and asking her to sell it hurt our relationship in any way?
Hey,
Make
baby,
an
I need to
insight
hawk this
check.
for me. I need some money.
What?
Make an insight check.
Oh, fuck me. Hey, 18 plus 5. I have that as a class skill now.
Okay.
23.
And you let her know this is your one of those friends of yours is in trouble.
Yeah.
No, she seems fine with you
Okay.
having friends, and your friends have all been nice to her.
Well-
So
Well, I hand her one of those jewelry boxes, a golden jewelry box, worth 7,500, and ask her to trade it for a 5,000 gold scroll.
crafter.
See, like, it takes me an hour to shift that back into money, and it's a lot harder to steal. But
Disagree, but okay.
I don't keep it on me. It's in my portable hole full of gold hands.
Oh yeah, your creepy ass portable hole.
Now
Your
I get
nightmare
it.
fuel
It's
portable
creepy,
hole.
so that people don't want to go in there and steal stuff.
I think it's awesome. Fuck yourselves. I think the portable.
We're
You know what?
helping
It's got the.
hands.
You know what? They're all they're like shelves and things. It's so handy.
We're not hurting. We're helping.
They're not.
I know.
You know what, Adam? If somebody ever goes in there with me, I am animating objecting hands just to do that.
Whatever the. That
Memory
kind of
box?
feels like
Yeah,
the kind of
really,
thing
yeah.
Billy would have in his place. Like a hand sticking
No.
out of the wall for a coat hanger.
I really like
They
of
wouldn't be
all the
gold.
things that have happened in this campaign. Like, I really feel like that like Billy, like Ryan and I should have switched at the beginning to just do this crazy shenanigans. But I really wanted to be a wizard. If only it wasn't for that. Ryan, thank you for letting me be the wizard of the party.
Yeah, no problem.
Ryan's not the wizard?
Right? All right, so
But Ryan is the god of wizards.
yep. Man, I should have been the god of death and just been a horrible blood god and been the evil god. Oh,
I did not allow you to be the opposite of one of each other.
that's a good point.
Because there was a distinct purpose that you might have decided to cannibalize to gain more power, and I didn't want to kick anyone out of the campaign because they got cannibalized.
Yep. All right, so I'm splitting up from Sora and the rest of the group.
Okay. So you're heading off to that. She's heading off to that. You're continuing to set things up there. You're talking to people. And Billy and Stan, are you still just off going about to other places in the Jade Empire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they haven't heard the word.
Okay. So you said, yeah, you find a small little village that you can just sort of spot from, the clearing that it makes. And spread the word there.
Yeah.
Make a persuasion check. Either each of you or one of you with advantage.
Well, I suppose Stan could do his own. I already have advantage.
Okay.
Do it? Yeah, I'll do my own. I'll just think. Yes, well. Did I have advantage?
No, unless you have it a superior way, yours is just normal.
36.
Persuasion 28.
Okay. But yeah, otherwise, yes.
It was
Spreading
healer, yeah.
news well enough. And then did you say you wanted to then teleport to one of the
Yeah, we'll teleport to one of the larger offshoot
Towns.
Jade towns.
And are you trying to trigger target one of the ones that you have not been to yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to a new area.
So the main ones here that we have that you have not been to are Bayor, Danabe, Gohanten, or Wagashi.
Wagashi, I guess.
Okay.
Get some Uido.
Whoopsie! Wrong keyboard. There we go. So this Oh, I remember what this is. Okay.
Yeah, I need to look it up too. It's a nice coastal place.
Yeah. So here
Looks like a little bit
are
of-
rows. First off, just visually, like you can tell, like this is on the western border of the Jade Kingdom, and you can really just tell, like visually, the difference from like the architecture of the other villages and towns. Like this has had like an outside influence. Like these are long rows of multiple houses all like up against each other, multi-floor. You can kind of tell like from the streets that on like the ground level floor it feels almost like from like lines on the building, like occasionally like this area floods and like the ground level ends up maybe a couple feet of it end up underwater. So all the buildings seem kind of built where the nice parts are on like a second or third story, whereas the first story, like supporting it all, are like wooden, or I'm sorry, stone like structures, like stone foundations that are above the ground.
Yeah, like flood zone areas.
Yeah, and this ultimately is also like a coastal town that is set within a swamp, like a marsh, like really at the edge of a river. The delta.
Industrious.
Yeah, like where the delta kind of breaks up and it just sort of fills the water and it's a marshland. From that, this is set there, with just from a glance, seeming to be a thriving port. Yeah.
Things
Right now,
specifically
you're
over there.
still early day. You can see a few are still setting off, but also like looking out over the Gulf itself, like within like the immediate vicinity, there are a good number of fishing boats out there. Like there is a definite fishing community.
Yeah. Is there any place you want to go particular out here, Ryan, or?
We're just here to spread the word and get to know people. It's like if
Well, I want to meander to a shop to sell my second, rather than pack keeper, since I don't need it anymore. And never mind, I'll just hold on to it. Yeah, we just keep prophesizing.
Proselytizing?
Prophesizing, yeah.
keep spreading the word of our pantheon
Okay.
to the people. Get to know them and see how the fishing life's going.
Sure. One of you make a luck check.
I'll do it.
It's all you, Ryan.
Let's see.
+2.
Alright. 19.
19? As you go about, it seems that almost no one that you come across has yet gotten word of God's returning at all.
Ah.
You're back in one of those towns that just hasn't heard anything, and so you're again dealing with things that at this point you're well accustomed to responding to, but those old disputes of what? No, they're gone forever.
And it's like, oh, no. And it's like, in fact, let me show. It's like, I can definitely show off some of my abilities, including the in-progress afterlife that I've got currently being worked on. It's like...
Now, what's your afterlife like?
Mine? Oh, I just popped mine open, tossed somebody. Here's 5 years on your life.
God, a life is over the life. Afterlife's are for suckers.
Sticking with this one.
Keep it going. This life is all that matters. Just keep this one going on forever.
It's like,
That life, you don't
I'm
need
the
it.
god of life, and I am the god of imagination. But yeah, we'll go ahead and talk with people and answer questions and
Yeah.
see where they want to fit in.
Feel all the sick, all that my usual shit.
Yep. Yeah.
And just help people if they need something.
Yeah, no, you'd probably run across a lot of the leeching medicine that they're practicing in this region.
I mean, it has its benefits. You feel better already, but just being around me, see?
Yeah. So Rolfur, you just convincing souls into your realm to spread them around. Old man. So you had set your rumor mill working. What did you do after that?
Probably assisted with the rumor mailing.
Okay. You're just going about.
Just making sure it spreads super fast. I'm gonna make it, because the bondos annoy me. Gonna make it where the reason that our glorious Jade Emperor had to go there to defend the honor anyways was really the bondos' fault. Though, he's too gracious to blame them. So forgiving, so loving.
I want to tell him to roll a dice, but what's the point? I can just have him succeed.
I rolled 15 twice, which is hilarious because I automatically get a 15 even if I roll under a 15. So it's 35.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 35, so...
Okay. So Terry, you head down and you get the Gravekeeper, and you head back, and there's that portal that instantly takes you over to Dotport. And you are still recognized, both from your original encounter and then particularly from work that was done after the dragon attack and all that. So you're quickly granted an audience if you request the king.
Yep.
What do you do?
All right. So on the way, I do kind of give like a gist of what's going on to the cleric. While I am perfectly willing to do this on my own, I think that it is wise to seek an audience with those who are the most fervent of believers in that of memory. So we will be seeking to create a place of power for the God of Remembrance. I will be providing the resources and the labor for such a thing. It will be done in a miraculous time frame. And, however, my knowledge of him and his ways are from the lens of a peer, rather than the lens of truly divine, and thus I seek the wisdom of his most
Where is he
capable
at?
and fervent members. I don't want to talk about that. We're not talking about why we're doing this.
Roll a deception
You
check.
just go, don't interrupt, and continue on with your speech.
That 20 total.
It's just like, you know what? Don't ask about it. Don't worry about it.
There's concern, but they don't press on.
It's a gift. If I can get an eye that there is a concern, it's a gift. It's a surprise present.
As they hope
Hey,
that
I'm
they're
working
not
on one of
being
those for you,
manipulated to do something that their god won't want. Actually, no, they don't have to do that. They pray to you, Rolfur.
Yeah.
The Jade Emperor is seeking to utilize me, and what they're saying is creating you a seat of power. But they will not speak of where you are. What do I do?
I'm trapped in the afterlife, assisting the souls of the dead. I'm currently closed off from the mortal planes. A place of power would give me a path back.
Continuing to do
But-
the good work.
Yeah, stress not. There's plenty of work out here.
Remember, this is literally the guy that he sat through nights, like days of unsleeping, of using magic that neither of them would have to sleep, to continually go through the books of every person that had died and make sure that they are brought to a good place. This is the person that he did that with.
Yes.
I really hope that as a king, this guy recognizes loyalty.
But yeah, I'm doing work. If he needs your help him out. If he needs to build it in the capital, I suppose do so. I'd prefer he did it in my hometown, but that's pretty far away. So, needs must.
Okay. Do you even have a nation that your hometown was in?
North.
I imagine it would be south of Thornvale. But otherwise, no, not really.
Okay.
I know where I want it.
Is it because I'm annoying?
Anyways,
Yeah,
you're
I
granted
don't
the
know
audience
what
with the king. Greetings.
Is the king willing to participate in the planning?
Yeah, no, he's open for what are you bringing forward to him?
As a place of remembrance, it needs to be somewhere untouched, somewhere of true splendor that is both worthy and tumultuous to reach. I suggest, and Terry would name the mountain, but the tallest mountain peak on the continent is what he suggests.
Do we even know where that is?
Terry
Not a
would.
clue.
I mean, he says, very well, though I have no power there, as that would be beyond my borders.
Worry not. You need not come with me. It is simply in the planning that I wish your input. It is out of nothing more than respect that I ask for any assistance.
What assistance do you need?
I wish to have the cleric and the king both true devout of the God of Remembrance to assist me in planning, blueprinting, creating the idea of such a place. I will go about what is necessary for the creation, and the sanctifying shall be done by his cleric.
I feel like, looking at the map here, that I actually already have an answer for that.
Is it mine?
No,
Hey, I don't gotta deal with it.
but I do have 3 mountains that are labeled to have, across the entire map, only 3 mountains have, iced tops, and one of them has a name. I have no notes on it, but one of them has a name. The Mountain Maw, which is also the headwaters of the mighty river, which then flows down to Silverspire, where you've just been. So that would be sort of Beesland, but right at the area of Beesland, kind of where it meets the Jade Country and Whistle. So it's kind of near that, but just into Beesland's area of it. So
You mean where it meets Ember Kingdom? What are you talking about?
I mean, we're pretty well into Beesland's territory.
and Whistle and Ember Kingdom, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's pretty thoroughly in the middle of Beesland.
It's into Beesland, but it's sort of near that area. They don't really have any civilization on the other side of it. So in other words, not really in your kingdom right now, old man, but it will be at some point if you get your way.
Pretty soon then.
Yeah.
Thank God everyone left this kingdom to me to go ahead and rabble-rouse. This is really the perfect time for Rolfur to have a crisis.
Really, right now, you're stirring up stuff in Koshkot? And the Jade Emperor left to go help this, and he also sent the Jade Empress out as well. Neither of them are prone.
I really appreciate it. It's so good. It makes it seem like I'm a mad genius.
Hey, Bob.
Yes?
You're welcome.
Go Agent Silence.
Make, what is it, intelligence check to come up with an idea for being cruel?
Bob, I have clerics.
He is evil.
I have politicians. I have a lot of people I could have asked to go and get me that scroll. You're welcome.
This goes back to see only smart as a player thing.
No, I think David wants to see what will happen during the war. He wants to see it RP'd out, so he's...
That's ridiculous and insane. You're crazy.
Yeah, this is kind of what I assumed was happening, is David's, as his person, is like, I want to see that so bad, and his character is like, we must do everything we can to prevent it. But don't worry,
old man,
I'm here.
What appearance do you take as you go about the city to spread news of what's going on?
Well, not the one that's been banned.
Okay.
Because he's been banned.
Do you come up with like a whole new one, or do you like disguise as someone you know, or?
Looks like Gary.
Yeah,
Busey.
whole new facade.
Okay.
Someone who is Jade Country native.
Okay.
Looks like a
in
Jadish
appearance.
Gary Busey.
No.
No, I'm trying to cause problems, not make people bow down to me.
It's just him being nice and not
Sandler?
spreading it as you.
A Jadish Adam Sandler?
He's not a Mary.
No, I am no sort of Mary.
You're spreading that around. So, what? First off, like, do you know what kind of stronghold you are intending to build for him? Are you using like some spell that you have that?
Yeah, I'm going to go and literally. I'm just going to go and spend the day fabricating up a stone temple for him. I intend it to be someplace that has.
So by that,
like
do you mean that you are choosing temple as the type?
Oh shit! I don't know.
Because you would be choosing you are building his stronghold, so it is a keep, a tower, a temple, or an establishment. It's probably not actually an establishment since it's out in the wild.
You could do the cleric temple. Or a fortress, which would just be cool.
Yeah, it could be a temple, like to a god. That would make sense.
Austin, do you have a preference?
I believe I don't have stronghold builders, but I believe library was an option.
Well, my thought
I
process.
think it was Wizard's Tower. Yeah,
Well,
because they don't really have one for just stuff.
Well, Adam, before you say anything, my original thought was to create a building that would have good airflow in this relatively low oxygen environment that would create a ideal situation for storing delicate materials such as books.
In a world where magic is possible, I don't think that's necessary.
It's not.
Magic can be disrupted. You know what's not disrupted? Elevation.
Unless somebody cuts the mountain in half.
With magic.
Okay, but if you're
As
talking
you
about
do.
that kind of power, there's nothing you can do anyway.
Just, as you do.
I just view all of these poor
You know what?
students who are going to get sent here climbing all those goddamn stairs, cursing your name.
You know what? Austin's right. What if I cut the mountain off and flip it upside down and turn to a flying city?
How do you...
There could be a calamity, though.
Yeah, you could just destroy. At the very least, like Silver Spire is gone.
You know, I think there's sacrifices willing to be made for my friend Rolfur. But no, we're trying to get this done in a day or two. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get basically a building revolving around the idea of preservation.
Okay. So we are making. So first off, is your how long it takes to build it, like with your fabricate, is based on the cost of it?
I mean, it's. I mean, let me look up fabricate. That's 10 minutes per cast, I think.
I think you just have to have the materials, and it's a certain cubic feet limitation, as I recall, which is not super good because I haven't used it in a few years.
Yeah, 10 minutes to cast. 5 foot cubic. 5 foot cube. So, I figure it's gonna take like a day or two. 10 foot cube, excuse me. Or 8 5-foot cubes. So, 8 5-foot cubes per cast. 10 minutes.
This thing's gonna look like a Minecraft building going up.
You know, we can work on the details later. You know what? Fuck that. I have. Let's see, if I spend an hour doing conversion.
You know what? So essentially there are small options for any of them. So that it's not really gonna change it. It's. Do you want to build him a keep, which is like a fortified defensive position, a tower designed for like wizard research kind of thing, a temple, a just standard place of worship, or an establishment, which would be like building him some sort of business. I mean, I guess technically establishment could be a library. You could build him just a library in the most inaccessible spot for a library.
I like that idea, but I don't know if a business is the right word for it.
Establishment.
I feel like research is more appropriate.
Research would be like a wizard's tower, where you can research and modify your some spells if you want.
Austin, what is it you wanted?
It's the wizard's tower, obviously. I can always tweak the individual features to be more in line with my non-wizardy ways.
There, wizard tower.
But let's face it, wizards are gonna love my business.
They're gonna hate the stairs, though.
You know what? If they can't cast fly, they don't deserve to be a wizard.
There's wizards.
That's some
There are no
elitist
stairs.
shit going on right there.
No, it's a wizard's tower. There are no stairs. There's only little pillars that you have to levitate up.
Exactly. My telepony friend.
Yeah. If you give me some time, I can make you a mushroom building.
We'll work on
So
that.
you just built like a small, like 3-story tall,
exactly,
wizard tower, and you finish around the evening, and the cleric starts working on dedicating and the work that will have to be done for that. Essentially, cost to build. It says 6,090 days time.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and drop. Let's see. So we can get rid of the time frame because of all of my godly shenanigans, right?
You can factor that in based on to figure out the size and how many castings and such.
Okay. All right, well, go to somebody else. So I'm doing math.
Does anyone have? Let's see. So you're doing. Anyone else? You guys are proselytizing through the day. Do you just use one of your realms for the night, or do you like get a place to stay, or to Billy and Stan?
Do you want a place to sleep, or do you not?
Don't sleep.
Then okay. Then we.
So you just work through the night. Got it. There's actually work to do through the night there because once it's dark, that's when a lot of those, fishermen are coming in, and so there's a whole new crowd of, people bringing things back in to prepare for the day market the next day, and
I'm here for them. I'm helping them out.
Yeah.
working a bit through the night. Once it gets to maybe 4 o'clock in the morning, you start seeing people go in for the bakeries and such, making their donuts. Their
It's hurting my heart.
their beignets.
I should be there.
Their melon breads.
Yeah.
Do they make groceries there?
Is there a joke that
It's a New Orleans term for getting groceries.
Oh.
They make groceries.
Then they may.
I mean, if you're making it New Orleans,
If you look at where it is on the map, man.
So,
Coastal, it's halfway underwater. I mean, it is like New Orleans.
so Terry, you're on a mountain in Beesland.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to go join him, or
No, I'm just
The
confirming.
mountain mob, the only named one. I didn't know why I
Ryan
named
has
it.
extensive and very useful notes.
But otherwise, we'll get there to the evening. Do a quick thing because 2 of you did proselytizing. So
Remind me, do we have 9th level, or like the cleric level 9 domain spells?
No.
Do you mean the 5th level ones?
1, 2, 3. Like I know we have 7th level
okay,
ones.
9th level, like 9th level cleric, which are like the 5th level.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Cool.
I've got modify memory, so yeah.
We do a quick bit of numbering here.
Oh yeah, Ray's dead. Did anyone actually need a resurrection while I'm out and about?
Kind of like any of us.
Not Austin, but like just.
Well, you can't switch your spells out till you go to sleep there, Skippy.
No, Ray's dead is just from the life domain.
Oh. Captain Mick never sleeps over there. Doesn't get to change out spells.
I can every time I level up. It's just choose them wisely and then hope. Yeah, like, I'm definitely getting rid of my little book there where has death ward on people. I don't need that anymore.
Isn't that your divine item?
Yeah, his book.
They spell within the book. The divine item's the book. Or the divine item's the armor.
Oh yeah, no, he gets that from his warlock powers.
Mmm. 2 spells.
Okay, so this is a day where Rolfur spent a fair chunk of it recruiting again from River of Dead.
A new batch.
So, Billy, you gain 700. Terry gains 400. Stan gains 1,000. Rolfur gains 600. Old Man gains 800. And we'll end there with that overnight there as we head towards day 158. I'm sure.
All of a sudden, maybe I should be left alone in the River of the Dead after all.
And otherwise, yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.